Hello, my name's Chris, this is Blue Kraken Gaming, and welcome back to Satisfactory, where I'm going to open with, I hope everyone had a lovely festive time off and a holiday season and having a nice New Year. I'm actually recording this New Year's Day. Fixmas event is still running for me, so I'm actually just finishing this off now because we, at the end of our last episode, were basically leaving the stars to run. So, we have been doing that, and I've got 2 nodes left to finish off, which is what I'm going to open the episode with, just so we can say we've completed it. So I need 500 snow, 500 candy canes, and 500 ribbon. I think the candy canes might be a challenge there, but we can get 500 snow. Oh, we have got 500 candy canes. And then I'm going to bin off these baubles, don't need them. And then it was 500 ribbons. Hang on, I said bin those baubles. There we go, 500 ribbons. Okay, so that should be the snowball section set off. So we can mark that complete. There we go, that's the snowball fight done. And then we just needed the 500 stars for the tree, which I'm pretty sure we've got. Now, you might also notice I have a ceiling now. I have fully boxed this in. And I'll show you what it looks like in a moment. But just while I'm grabbing this... Ooh, okay. I'm going to need a load more room. Don't need the paint gun. So, that's 100, 200. What kind of else could I get rid of? 250... 300, 350, 400, 450, and one more. Yeah. There we go, 500. There we go, so that should do it. So yes, I've got a roof on here. So that roof is now fully boxing us in, making this look like a present. I have put a bow on top, which is awful, and I'll show you guys that as well. So, right, there is our final bit. So we can officially say we finished Fixmas. Ta-da! Cool. Right.
You better watch out. 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 Fixmas is coming to town.
Excellent. Right, we do have a spare hard drive because I'm only keeping hold of 2 at the moment. So, yeah. There we go. We'll set one of them going for this episode. Okay, so, like I said, we are all boxed in. The fuel's not going to last to the top. So I'm going to come over here. And there is, at the top, a horrific bow. So if anyone can blueprint me a nicer bow, then absolutely do that for me, and I will happily put that on top, because that is the monstrosity that I threw together very quickly. But there we go, there's our Fixmas tree finished. Also, between episodes, what I did was I can't remember whether I had this one in the last episode, but this one here was making heavy modular frames. So I've got a container of heavy modular frames. I threw this one together as well to make the computers. So we have a chunk of computers which we're going to need, along with some of these heavy modular frames. I'm not sure exactly how many, because today I want to unlock trains, and I want to start that going, because I did have a bit of a revelation while I was doing all of this, because you'll notice I've got the screws coming off the main bus now, because I needed a load more screws. And I used the overflow here, and I used this screw recipe for 1 steel into 52 screws, and oh my word, that was a mind revelation. So I'm planning to still make the screw factory, like I think I've mentioned in the past, but I'm going to use it using steel instead of just the pure iron one. So I want the expanded power infrastructure because I want to get the tier 4 belts, and then we also need the monorail. So let's select this and start dumping this in. And then I need 500. Yeesh, and I've only got... Okay, I'm going to need to go and run and grab some of those. So, you know, as usual, I will be right back when I've got those. Let's have a quick look. What do we need in the other milestone? A little bit more reinforced concrete and some rubber. Rubber's fine. We've got rubber upstairs. So, okay, yeah, I'm going to go and grab that steel stuff and I will be right back. Okay, and we're back. So, we can dump these in. Okay. And then I'm actually not going to do that. I'm going to do something someone suggested in one of the earlier comments. And now that's dropped in, I'm going to select this milestone and drop this stuff in. Oh, I didn't get the reinforced concrete. Didn't think... Oh, that's really annoying. That's super annoying. I'm just going to make those 10 here instead of running all the way back. But we do need to grab the rubber, which is up here. There it is, on the end. Grab that rubber. Okay. Because what someone mentioned in one of the very, very early comments is that I can load up one milestone, then load up the other, and launch it, and it will do both bits instead of just one, which was a revelation to me. So I'm going to test it here, see if it does do all of them. But yeah, that's where we're going to go. So just wait for that to finish off. There we go. There's our 10. Right, we want to drop the 10 and the rubber. There we go. Okay.
Milestone reached. The fuel generator will match power generation to the increased consumption of recently acquired technologies and buildings. Additionally, improved conveyor belts and lifts can now be constructed. Criterion scanning unlocked.
Okay. So it's saying the pod will return, but I've got the big red button already because I've already dropped it in. Ah, okay, that's how it does it. I thought it would do it on the same press.
A new set of buildings and vehicles needed for long-range transportation has been made available. In addition to built-in power conduction, rails-based transit ensures increased efficiency and reliability for both the transport of pioneers and cargo.
Whoops, full on got sucked in there. Right, okay. So, we're going to start looking at trains today. Now, I did a little bit of off-camera work to pre-prep for this, and you might be able to see it up front. I want to kind of have a bit of a train station where I have the trains at the top, and then it's going to drop all of the resources onto like a storage deck below. So let's climb up here because I pre-made a platform I want to try and start doing this from. There we go. Whoop. So I want this one to be the storage level, and then this one I want to be the actual train station. So up here. So I've pre-made a load of concrete and everything. So let's have a look. I'm not worried about Fixmas anymore. I want transport, and I want the train station. Okay. So I'm going to set it going off in this direction. Now, I know some of you guys watch what Darren plays, and I've been watching this as well. So he's been doing trains, and he says to line them up in the middle there, because then it gives you a nice curve and everything when you're actually doing the track, which is fine. We're going to get on with that. And then we need a couple of freight platforms, and I'm missing the computers for that. So let's go and get those, because they are down here. Okay. So I'm kind of excited about this, but I'm really nervous about it as well, because I've never done trains. Trains worry me. And the other thing is, well, where I'm doing the screws is... Let's just grab all those for the minute. Because I'm going to use the steel recipe, do I transport them as steel and then turn them into screws when they get to where they're going? Which I know on the face of it sounds obvious, because that then means that I can transport more... I'm going to say transport more screws, but I don't actually mean screws. What it means is I can transport more... the potential for more screws, because I'm going to be able to move the steel bars faster than I'm going to be able to move like the millions of screws. But then I'm going to have assemblers all over the place to turn them into screws when they get there. Or do I just bite the bullet and say that's fine, we're just going to put screws, we'll put screws when we go there. Right, so yeah, I think we'll put, because we're quite close to this side, I think we'll put the freight platform over here. Okay, alright. I'm not exactly sure how many freight platforms I'm going to need. I'll probably want a couple of them. I'm going to be needing to move a lot of screws at the moment. So I've then got this yellow marker over here, and it's that direction we want to head into. Because if I go to the map... No, not that yellow marker. Oh, it was that down arrow I wanted. So that down arrow in that direction is where I have built my base before, and I know there's iron, and I know there's a lot of coal over there as well. So we need to head off in that direction, which is going to be fun. So I think let's use our blueprints. We'll grab the concrete floor, set that to blueprints, that lines up. This is why I'm also carrying a ton of concrete, so I can do all of this like so. Right, okay, and then I need to head off in that direction, which kind of means I want to tilt these. I kind of want to go off at an angle. That's going to be a pain to try and do. Okay, alright, let's just go across and we'll start moving and we'll see what we can do. So I'm also going to need to make sure I don't run into where I've got the road network at the moment, and I don't want to run into the space elevator. Okay. How much room does that give? Oh, that looks like it still gives plenty of room. Okay, so blueprints. Let's head off in this direction now. And so, yeah, this is going to be a rather build-heavy episode, just as I basically try and make my way over there, and then I've got to run the track. So it's part of the reason I blueprinted this concrete floor, to try and make it faster, because I can lay down basically a nice 4x4 and just keep moving with it. But it's using, as you can see, a ton of concrete. But again, this is why I'm carrying so much of the flipping stuff. Right, I think, and then we start heading this way. Oh, so yeah, there we go. But yeah, so I'm hoping you're all glad that we're back in the new year. I mean, I'm really glad to be back recording. I do love doing all of this for you. And I really love all the interaction. So please do keep all the likes, the comments, the subscriptions. I know I waffle on about it, but I mean, the likes and the subscriptions really help the channel grow. The comments do as well, but they're more direct for me because I get to interact and talk with you guys, which I thoroughly enjoy doing. And also over the Christmas period, we've had a couple of new subs, so welcome to you guys. The one bit I haven't actually gone and checked on yet is what videos you guys were watching when you hit the sub, so I don't know whether this is the series for you or whether you're watching some of the old ones or what your bag is, but either way, welcome in, welcome in. I have also got the Patreon, which is still ticking along, and again, open question for people, what would you guys want to see as a reward tier, because that's, I'm still not sure on. I'm happy to do the Patreon, and like I say, I originally set it up for the YouTube algorithm just to try and give something to because effectively I thought it was going to help with sort of getting sort of the channel sort of promoted by YouTube, because it would have like a reputable external link. I'm going to have to run back and get more concrete at this point. Yep. Right, that's our last set of 4. Now I need to run back and get the concrete. Might have to build bring an explorer up here. So yeah, like I say, part of the reason I've not been super promoting the Patreon is because I genuinely want to know what you guys would want to see out of it. I don't know whether you... Yeah, basically, I don't know what reward tiers you want. And I would super value your input in that, so that I can basically give you guys what you want and the support that you guys would be asking for. So if you do have any ideas on that, even if you're not necessarily interested in paying into it, let me know what your thoughts are. What would entice you to do that, or if you were doing it, what would you want to get out of it? Because that is something I want to and really kind of need to know. So yeah, that's kind of a little channel update for you as we're running back and trying to get some concrete. Also, I'm genuinely curious, how do you guys watch my videos, particularly when we're doing sort of Satisfactory like this? Do you watch it in the way that I watch sort of other people's playthroughs of this, in that it's done as a kind of how to describe it? It's you kind of watch it in a backgroundy way, in that you have it on in the background while you're, I don't know, doing your day job, or you're sort of cooking dinner or doing whatever. How is it you guys consume this content? Yeesh, that's not refilled yet. Okay, we're going to need to massively up the concrete production. What are you? You are a Mark 1. I think. And that's a Mark 1 as well. Yeah, I think I'm going to need to upgrade that, because that is not going to be enough concrete for us. Right, okay, so problem the first. I need modular frames, encased industrial beams, and 2 miners. Okay. Let's go and try and sort that out, because the concrete, I'm going to need more. Right, so we need 2 miners, and for that I need the iron plates, which are over here. Right, okay. So 2 miners. Although I think I actually need 3 because of how it's going to try and do it. Right, we then need some encased industrial beams. So we'll just make, I don't know, 30. I think it's a few we need. And then yeah, we're going to need to updo the concrete, because we're going to need so much of it. Oh, these are slow. But this is still going to be faster than me running back to the concrete factory. Or not the concrete factory, the steel factory where we're actually making some of these. But I'm going to need to start getting those over here. So again, that's going to be part of what the train station is going to be used for. Come on. Right, where are we? 2089. Right, that should do to get us going. Okay. Right. And the 10 modular frames, which we'll be able to get from upstairs. Whoop. Autosave. Oh yeah, let's see what was in that hard drive. That popped up a little while ago, didn't it? Right, what do we have? Alternate iron canister. Yeah. Alternate insulated crystal on a adhered iron plate. They all seem a little bit naff. That one kind of interests me most because it removes the need for screws. Yeah, let's go with that one. I mean, I'm not super happy with it, but it does remove the need for screws. Right, okay. Yeah, those modular frames. And then let's definitely try and up the concrete production, because we need more. Genuinely feel I underestimated how much we were going to need. Right. And then you could be a lift Mark 3. Belt Mark 3. Belt Mark 3. Mark 3, Belt Mark 3. Okay, because how much are you now making? You're now making 120 limestone a minute. Really? Is that all? Okay, 120 a minute. You guys are using 45 a minute. Although actually, what I could do is just... because I've got a ton of these out the tree. If I just up that to 20. There we go. Put you in there. Make you 20. So that's now using... those two are now using the full 120. How is there a... why is there a connection there? That's a merger. Yeah, I don't think I need that then. Right. Let's just hook you into there, buddy. Let's do it properly. Right, okay. And then you, we will also put there, and you will be making 20. I'm still not convinced this is going to be enough of what I need, but it's still going to be better than what I've got. You're making 20. Right, up that to a Mark 2. Oh, yeah, I've got Mark 4 lifts now. So you're already a Mark 3 all the way along. Okay, that's fine. So that should start spitting out a ton of concrete as well. Yeah. Here comes this one. Lovely. Right, okay. Okay, right. I really don't need that limestone, so we can get a shot of that. Okay. And then, yeah, we'll just keep going and building. So, I mean, that's pretty much going to be this episode. What do we need for, actually, what do we need for the railway? We need pipes. Okay. Pipes and steels. Oh, the signal's going to be interesting. Okay. So that's pipe and that's steel. Okay, fine. So we've got some of those to get started. So let's start running that through as well. See how far we can get with that. Right, there we go. Come on, up we come. Okay, right, that's this. And then this is this. Okay. Right, okay, so let's start with a second quick thing, and you need to be that. I'm gonna want block signals can be placed that blocks between each other. Yeah, I want a block signal because I want people to wait. I want concrete floor as the blueprint. Okay, right. So what I can then do is grab. There we go. Right. But I'm going to need to bring it to a right angle. That track has too sharp a turn. That looks flat. Okay. Oh wow, okay, this is already taking up more room than I was anticipating. Just trying to get it out the gate. Ah! Okay. Alright. Let's give it a bit more room along this way. So, okay. Okay, and then I want to bring it... You're saying that's too sharp a turn. This is the problem, trying to keep it completely lined up. Right, that looks straight. And then I want to bring it round here. That's still saying that's too tight. Ooh, okay. Okay, right, well that means I need to move the station over. Okay. Let's do that then. So we can move the station over. And we'll put it, I don't know, here. And then we'll try and snake it around. Okay, that looks good there. And then we want to bring it around. Yeesh, okay, that's quite close to the edge. Fine. Alright, well now we've got a way to run along. Okay, and then we're going to need to bring it around. Okay, now it's telling me it's too long. Fine, we'll go to there. Now I need to bring it around here. That looks good. Okay, yeah, this is going to be a pain. It's going to be a real pain. How do you guys deal with this? Okay, that's now too long. Right, let's try and make sure that I'm still lined up, which I am. And then I can start doing the next section. Whoop, there we go, track too long. Okay, let's go back where I've got a marker line. Oh, this is a pain trying to keep it level. Right, it's definitely not there. I mean, is that it? Maybe. Yeah, this is a challenge. Yeah, that's definitely going to curve there. That looks straight. Yeah. Okay, right. We've got a bend coming up soon at some point. Oh, there we go. Track too long again. Right, there's a reference point. That still looks good. Oof, blimey. Okay. Oh, look, you can see our original coal power plant over there. Which is nice, because we're going to want that. Right, and then I'm going to need to bring this to, I don't know, here. And then this is going to need to curve around over here. Like so. Okay. And you're not going to let me just aim like that. Okay, alright. Well, this is going to be a challenge and fun, isn't it? So, yeah, this is going to be a little while now doing this. There we go. Right. And then we want the locomotive, which it has no power, which is fine. I kind of expected that because I didn't get it down, but I'm going to want that going backwards and forwards. However, this is where I'm going to wrap this episode here. So as usual, likes, comments, subscriptions, they help the channel grow, they help get this out in front of other people. Thank you very much to those that do that. I would very much like to see, I've just realised that's not even in the middle, would like to see the bow blueprints that any of you guys can put together, so please do throw those down for me. What I'm going to try and do between episodes is probably try and get this train track over, because I don't think I want to spend a whole nother episode for you guys just watching me lay down the concrete. But I know some of you did ask basically how I would do it, so there you go. There's how I'd go about it. But yeah, like I say, thanks very much. I will hope you all have a nice day. That's because I'm trying to do multiple things at once. Yes, I hope you all have a nice day, and I will catch you all next time.